Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about these. I like to make fashion, I just think it's cool, but for some of my designs that I want to try out on the sewing machine or actually maybe try and make, I like to build them here on dolls. I'll make them out of actual balloons. I'll cut to size and make balloon fashion, and it's really cool. It's just kind of a hobby of mine, but I really like it. I think they always turn out really nice. I was going to give you guys some tips or pointers on how you can do it on your own. I have a box of balloons here. You can't tell by the title. Balloons. I really love balloons. I just think they're cool, all sorts of different shapes. We have a heart balloon here. We have a pattern balloon. I don't know how to describe that. I think it's that pattern. Just one that's blown up. Some of them look a bit funky when they're not blown up. But I love all the pattern fun ones that you can get and you can make really cool fashion out of. This one right here, the top of this one. Top of this doll was just the top of her is a balloon, but it was something like this, a patterned one that just made it a really cool shirt, puffy shirt. These ones are all balloons, and for some of these, on the little baby, I have a little heart right there, but then the headband's just two layers I just wrapped around each other. Okay, to start with something simple, I was gonna use this. Something just easy and cool, and I actually have never used something like this before. I'm not gonna put it on a doll, but I'll put it on a doll at the end of the video and show you guys what it turns out to be. But this can be the shirt, the top. You want a place for the arms, head, and arms and head. Those are all the balloons you need. I'm gonna cut right down here as a base to the shirt. You don't wanna make it too far up because it'll be too big, or too far down because it'll be too small. Now you just kind of have a weird heart. You want to save this part because some of this can be used later. The top up here, I'm going to make a tiny little V. Real tiny, nothing too fancy. Yeah, V. That way there's a hole in the top of the balloon. Now I'm going to fold it over on itself, so it's a little heart-shaped fold, and just cut itty bitty semicircles on the outside. See the little cuts for the arms. They don't have to be huge. You can always take it off and make it bigger, change some things. That's a pretty good shirt. Set that aside. Now we're gonna make a little skirt. I actually like to take the very edge. I'll get it really close, and I'll put the balloon with that rim right in the scissors and kind of pull on it, and then I'll slowly cut it and keep pulling so that when I take it off, I get just the ring, which can be used for some cool stuff later. You want to save any big scraps because they can also be used for, like I said, the headbands are just literally cut up pieces of this. Now we want a cool skirt to go with this, something festive. I'm thinking this little giraffe print. At the very top, you can just cut a hole. That can be the very top of the skirt. It's okay if it's kind of small because the balloon stretches. At the bottom, this is just for me, but I'm gonna cut a diagonal kind of. So you have the top, and then kind of a diagonal. I can go right down there at the bottom, and then I save these and sometimes use them as belts or things, but I might use that as a little bracelet. Now I'm gonna go put it on a doll. Okay, we finished. She looks awesome. You see how simple that was? It took me maybe 5 minutes to whip this up, and you could do something way better with way more time at home. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye. We did pretty good. Go flat.